Hi YouTube, M6CB, back again with another video. Today I wanted to do a full review of the Vero VR N7500. Now you might have seen my video that I did last week where we just did an unboxing. I literally just got the box from the postman, put it on the table, got the camera out and just unboxed it right there in front of you. So I never even turned it on in that video. I had no idea what to expect. It's been a week now, I've been playing with it, enjoying it. Yeah, I managed to find out what the wireless PTT button was. Obviously it's a wireless PTT button, but on that video I wasn't 100% sure what that was, so we'll have a look at that in the video as well. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. So sorry if this is going to be a bit of a longer video than you might like. As I say, I'm trying to cover as much as I've learnt so far. This won't be the last video, I'll be doing some other videos on it, so stay tuned. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and don't forget to put the bell on so you don't miss anything when I next upload. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So here's a closer look at the radio. So as I say, it's been about a week now. I've had a really good play with it and I'm absolutely well impressed. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So basically it starts with the quick start guide. It gives you a QR code here where you can scan it with your mobile phone and you can get the app. Now, one thing you may come across when trying to install the app is when it saves the app on your phone, it doesn't save it as something, say, like Vero. Like on Android, we use things called APKs. Now, on Apple and iOS, I'm not 100% sure how the process works. I've not tried it on Apple. As I say, I'm not a huge fan of Apple at the best of times, so I can't really help you on that. And as far as I know, it's quite limited at the moment what you can do on that on the iOS version of this app. The Android version, like this one we have here, has the full features. You can do everything on it, no problem at all. So yeah, when you download the app from here, it names it as something called it's basically a load of numbers, so it's just like 1789667.apk. Now sometimes if you try and install files like that, it just won't work, I've found. So if you rename that, if you come across that problem, just try renaming the APK file to something else. As I say, leave a comment if you're struggling and I'll always reply to every single comment. So if you're struggling, let me know. But basically, if you rename the APK file and then install it, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. So that's that bit out of the way. Obviously, you need to tick your unknown sources. As you say, if you're on Android, that's something you'll if you're downloading it from the website. There's also this Android app is also on the Play Store as well, as far as I know. But as I say, I never came across that issue. Mine just installed straight away, even though it had a funny name, with loads of numbers on the APK, because I downloaded it from the website rather than the Play Store. But obviously, whichever way you go into it, you won't find a problem. But yeah, really nice. And I did find out what this thing here is. I think I did say it in the last video that I thought it was a sort of a wireless PTT, Bluetooth button, which is exactly what it is. Now, if you can see, I've already paired this, so if I press this now, you'll see the transmitter go into TX. Like that. So this is fantastic. So if you want this on your steering wheel, you can wrap this around your steering wheel. This unit, you don't even have to ever see this unit. You can put it in the boot if you want, get an extension cable for your microphone, and you actually don't even need the microphone. If you disconnect the microphone, you can actually you can see the little sound symbol there. You can actually have the audio coming through the app. So you actually don't even need to ever see this radio. As long as you're in Bluetooth range, you are absolutely good to go. Now, one downside, I don't know if it's necessarily a downside, but I'm not sure. It would have been amazing if you could actually use this app via Wi-Fi. This could be connected to your Wi-Fi in your house, and then your phone connected to Wi-Fi, and then you would have such a lot bigger range. Obviously with Bluetooth, we're talking amount of feet, 6 foot, 10 foot, whatever it is. So if my radio's upstairs and I want to go downstairs, the Bluetooth disconnects. So if you could have used Wi-Fi, that would have been absolutely fantastic. But there is a thing here saying join network channel. Now I have tried this and I don't 100% know how it works. Now I've reached out to Vero and see if they can clarify it on a future video. But basically, if you join a network channel, I tried it on another phone, the two phones can talk to each other via as if it was like a bit like Zello, I guess. So now whether this can incorporate it into the radio somehow, I'm not 100% sure, but that would be absolutely fantastic if that could be done. Another thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if you've seen like wireless earbuds. So you can see, like here I've got my Samsung Buds. They do loads of different types of wireless earphones out there now. But another amazing thing about this radio is these work 100% perfectly. Now you can just pop these in your ear. Your phone will connect to Bluetooth via them. Obviously with these Samsung Buds you use the Galaxy Wearables app, or however way you connect your normal buds to your phone. That will not change, you still connect them to your phone, and then when you've got your earbuds in and you press the PTT button, you actually talk through the microphone in your earbuds and you can listen through them. So that is amazing. And also if you have a car with a Bluetooth stereo in your car like I do with mine, you can actually connect this radio to your Bluetooth in your car, and then you would be able to put the PTT button on your steering wheel and use your car audio system as if it was in a phone call. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit, so what I'll do is I'll get into a bit more of the features of the radio. As I say, it might be a bit of a long video, this one. I'll try and keep it as short as I can. So we'll have a look at some of the features now. So as you can see, when you first open this app, I mean, I've paired this, obviously I've been testing it. You would click bind new device, and you would click walkie-talkie, and that's basically, you put your radio into pairing mode by double tapping the power button. These lights will start flashing in sequence. That means it's in pairing mode. Then you can bind it, it finds it automatically, good to go, no problem at all. I have had one or two issues with this phone not actually connecting to this radio. Now I don't think that's the radio. I think this phone is a Chinese import. It's called an Honor Note 8. Now they don't sell this in this country. You have to import them from China. So this particular phone, they don't have the Play Store on Chinese phones. You may or may not know. So I think there could be something to do with power saving, where it's shutting down Bluetooth and that kind of thing. Anyway, I won't really go into it, but I don't think it's the radio. I've obviously tried it on another phone. I've had no problems with that one, so I'm guessing that could be just to do with this mobile phone. So basically, yeah, once you've found your new device, it's here, and then we'll have a look into it here. So hopefully it's coming through on the video okay. Now obviously I was going to screen record this and then you could see it in better detail, but I think from what I can see on the camera, you can see not too bad from there. So we'll go with this option for now and have a quick look round. So basically this is the sort of main display, if you will. You can change the power levels here, medium, low, medium, high. Now I don't actually know what the low and medium power setting is. Now I know that high power is 50 watts on VHF and 40 watts on UHF, but as far as the other power levels go, I really don't know. As I say, I'll reach out to Vero, see if they can clarify that, and then, you know, I'll put it in a future video. So this has also got an FM radio in it, so that's quite cool. So you can just press FM radio there. Oh, sorry, go back into here. You can press FM radio there, and here you go. You can just basically tune and find it. So basically, yeah, that's a nice little feature if that interests you. Obviously, I don't really use it that often, but it's nice that it's there, I guess. So you can turn the radio off and on with this app. So you don't actually, like I said earlier, you don't actually ever have to see this radio if you don't want to. Not that it's a bad looking radio, but if you really didn't want to, you don't have to see that. So you can just click off and you can see it's powered it off. Then turn it on and it powers it on. Now, absolutely fine, you know, that's a really nice little touch, that. And all these, you have 16 channels. It's a bit like the DMR radios, you know, where you have banks and channel, like zones and channels. So you could have like 16 channels in a zone, and you could have you know, an infinite amount of zones, but they're all banked in these 16 channels. It's very much the same with this. So you have 16 channels. So here you can see I've got, say, 2 meter calling channel, 145-200. So it doesn't have a VFO as such, this radio, not that I've found. So you have to program each channel step individually. Not a big deal. The good thing with this being a mobile phone is if you're quite savvy on a mobile phone, tapping away and programming channels and stuff is an absolute breeze. You know, once you're used to mobile phones, there's not an issue whatsoever.
So this is one of my banks here. I obviously need to edit it and make it a little bit better. I think I've got sorry, is that someone coming through on the 2 meter calling channel then? So yeah, that's my one bank, and then I have my repeaters in another bank. So if I click repeaters there, so here we've got just a selection of 6 repeaters. One of them is actually APRS. I'll come to that in a minute. So yeah, we've got some repeaters in there. So say if I wanted to just go GB3FC, which is my local repeater here. So if I went to the main screen, you can see the little microphone button. So if I press that, you'll see it go into TX, and then you'll hear the repeater come back. There you go. Brilliant. Really, really nice. So if we try another one, so we say GB3LD, and there you go, that comes back no problem at all. Now the microphone on this is really, really, really nice. Now I found personally that this microphone, it can sound, the speaker, because obviously it's just got a speaker in it as well as a microphone. Now it can sound a bit odd. Let me try and, I don't know if I can sort of demonstrate, but if I go into edit channel, so this is how you would program this radio. So you can put your title in, your receive frequency, your transmit frequency. You just pump them in. You don't have to sort of say, oh, it's a 600 offset or whatever. You can just plumb them straight in as they are. The CTCSS 110.9 in this case, bandwidth 12.5. And then you see at the bottom here it says pre/D emphasis. Now if this is on, like it is now, sometimes it sounds a bit, it just doesn't sound right. So I've found a lot of the time that turning that off can make it sound better. So you can just basically say turn that off now, and then save the changes up here, and now that's saved it. So if we key up the radio again, and there you go, you could see that sounded, I don't know if it came through on the video, but that sounded a lot more tinny than before. So it's sort of personal preference, but you can adjust it however you like. Now, when I was saying about APRS and that, I would come back to this later. You can program your APRS frequencies in there. Now, I did try this and I did have a couple of issues. It didn't seem to, the actual tone that this generates when it's generating APRS is not the actual sound of APRS. Now, the APRS coming through the speaker, your receive APRS is actually okay. You can see all the stuff on the map and everything. That works no problem at all. Now the problem I had is when it sends the beacons out from this radio, the actual tones that it sends are not actual APRS tones. They sound more like a PMR, you know, like when you finish transmitting, it gives you a weird blip sometimes on PMR. It kind of sounds a bit more like that than it does actually APRS. Now, the good plus point with this is that any future firmware upgrades, you know, like say if you had a Yaesu or a Kenwood and there's a firmware update, you usually have a big faff to get the firmware on your radio. You have to put it in DFU mode. You know, if you're back in the Titera, you know, your Retivis, that kind of thing. There is a process, whereas with the app, it basically, you can go into your settings here and you can go to here, firmware version, and you can just check your firmware on your app, and if there's an update, it will update it from on your app and send it to your radio, so you don't actually have to get sort of hands-on too much, which is really, really good and very useful. So yeah, that was one issue I had with the APRS. As you can see, we've got a map here, so if you know, when you get your APRS beacons, they do show on this map. Yeah, so here, to get to APRS, you can see the tools here. Now, the other bits, I'm not 100% sure what they do, but the most interesting feature on here is the APRS. And if we go into that, you can see here's something that came through. These are where all your messages would be. You can turn APRS on there, no problem at all, and basically go through some of the settings on there. So if you turned that on, and then go up here to settings, you can see here that's my call. You'd put your password in. Now, you obviously can get your passcode, verified passcode, Europe and Asia or wherever your location is, your intervals, your icon, all that kind of stuff. Now, I haven't tried this 100%, so there might be other videos out there that have gone into more detail with this, but in a nutshell, that's basically, this radio does have APRS. Now, as far as I know, it's not APRS, you know, it's not dual channel, so you can't transmit and still transmit APRS at certain intervals, like you can say on the Yaesu FTM 400, for example, where you've got two different channels. I could be wrong, obviously, I'm not 100% sure. As I say, it's quite a new radio, so there's not, I think everybody's learning with this. It's kind of a brand new concept. But yeah, as I say, if I wanted to add another channel, obviously, as I said earlier, you've got 16 channels in each bank, if you will. So if I wanted to add something in channel 7, I could just go edit channel, click on more there, and then I can just title it whatever I want, and obviously the keyboard comes up like you would any. So if you're familiar with using a mobile phone, it'll just become totally second nature. So you just name it, your receive frequency, your transmit frequency. One thing to point out with this radio is it will, it's obviously a 2 meter and 77s radio, and it will do 136 to 174 and 400 to 480 megahertz. Now it will transmit out of band, so obviously be wary of that. As far as I know, this will transmit out of band, but it's got a nice wide receive that on there. So if you like listening to things maybe you shouldn't be listening to, or whatever you're interested in, it's nice that this cannot not just do the 2 meter and 77s band. It will sort of wide receive. And then you put your CT CSS tones in, your transmit power you can select from high, medium, low. As I say, I don't know what low and medium is. Obviously the bandwidth's always going to 25 kilohertz, so you just have to be mindful to set that to 12.5. And allow scan, so if you put it as allow scan, it will scan the channel. So if we go, so save changes, no, I'll just discard that. So if I wanted to scan now, I'll just hit scan. Now basically it is scanning, even though nothing's showing it's scanning, it is scanning, because you've got like a little sort of icon here that sort of indicates it's scanning, and when it receives something, obviously it stops. When the transmission stops, it carries on. So I'll just take that out of scan and put it on single channel. So yeah, as I say, I'm quite new to it myself. I don't know everything about this radio, but I'm learning as I go. But really, really nice. I mean, the build quality is absolutely fantastic with this radio. As I said, if you wanted to look at more of a close-up look round of the radio, check out my first impression video. We had a look round it then. Absolutely brilliant build quality. You can tell this thing's going to last a while. It would have been nice if they'd have made this radio like a normal radio with a display and buttons and dials, with the added ability to control it via your app. The fact that it's completely solely reliant on the app can be some of a put off to some people, because obviously, so if you can't get the app anymore, it's not updated anymore, there's your radio is kind of useless. But fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Maybe there'll be a version 2 of this. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the fact you can use your wireless earbuds, and you've got the remote PTT microphones, absolutely fantastic.
So thank you very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. That was my review of the VR N7500 radio. Now, I've done loads of really detailed photographs of this radio and a full written review on my website, m6ceb.com. Link will be in the description, so head over there if you want to see loads of detailed pictures and sort of my thoughts in a written format, if you will. I'll obviously have that video embedded on my website as well, with the other one that I did last week, and any future ones I'll add them to it as well. So yeah, thank you very much. I really, really hope you found the video useful. I really hope you've enjoyed it. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers now. Absolutely amazing. I'm really, 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 really happy. I couldn't be happier. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. As I said, don't forget to put the bell notification on so you don't miss anything when I next upload. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you don't. Until the next time, I've been M6CB, and you've been very kind to watch. 73.